Yuval, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. Today we are vlogging, but it's more of a recap episode. The reason for my lack of content updates other than shorts is because I've just been so busy the last couple weeks with lots of gigs, finishing October very well, and my bills are paid and everything. But I'm also really tired. Just being on the computer and running around like a lunatic with two cameras is fun, but it's also very tiring. So I kind of wanted to do something a bit different in terms of like vlogging and like, hey, this is what I've done, like, for the day. Kind of just go over the last 2 weeks as far as like what I've been up to, and I guess kind of like make a recap episode, if that makes any sense. So let's get started with the recap episode. Alrighty, to kick things off, on October 18th, we were at Caltech for Alumni Reunion Day 1. This was a very fun and chill gig, but I was there all day, so I was pretty tired by the end of the night. It was just event photography, covering a wide range of the events going on at Caltech for this alumni reunion. A lot of different speakers giving speeches about science, about the state of the campus, and so on. Overall, nothing too fancy with the photography, and it was just fun. It was a really fun, chill event. And I was very tired by the end of the night because carrying heavy equipment is tiring. On October 19th, we were at the MOLAA for a gala with La Verdad. Pretty much anywhere these guys go, I just show up my camera and photograph them. And this was cool because they actually had dancers on stage with the band performing in unison. It was great. Never really seen that before with them, so that was cool. But overall, the vibe here was chill. It was I believe it was a fundraiser as well. And I loved the green room here because it was so well lit, and these black and whites just chef's kiss. Got some fun photos of the dancers, of the band. The stage was very plain, I think is a nice way to put it. But overall, it was a fun event, and back to Caltech on October 20th for Caltech Alumni Reunion Day 3. So this reunion was a 3-day event. It started on that Friday, ended that Sunday. And this was a much more shorter day for me. I was there till 4 p.m., but this was more focusing on the student body and, kind of like, again, the state of the campus and what they're doing and so on and so forth. Although once we moved outside to a venue, I believe it was like a museum, but there was a courtyard, and they had this really cool speaker about talking about like how they're looking for the next planet here in our solar system and all the science behind it. It was so fascinating. I felt like a kid again. It was awesome. And on October 21st, it was my day off, so here's a video of my cat making bread because I didn't do shit that day. I was tired. October 22nd, I was at Verse LA with La Verdad again. I love this venue. The food here is phenomenal. And overall, for photography and videography, this venue is aesthetic as fuck, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It just gives the photos a very distinct mood and look, and it's just awesome to take pictures here. Everything here was shot available live because they don't allow any flash, and that's fine because I never use flash at venues like this anyway because I don't want to disturb the guests that are there spending their hard-earned money just trying to enjoy the show. I try to be as invisible as I can at places like this because it's a restaurant first, live music second. On October 23rd, we were at the recording studio with La Verdad. They're working on some cool, fun, original material, and that's all I can say about it. I also have a lot more photos I can't share other than these that I just decided to pick because they were very ambiguous, and I can't say anything more about that because I gotta keep my mouth shut. So yeah, studio time was fun. On October 24th, we were at the Latino Theater Company with La Verdad. It was for their Encuentro 2024 opening weekend. This is I believe it's a 4-week event that happens at this theater in LA, and they're showcasing a bunch of different productions. I believe it's from short films to actual like stage productions because there's a lot of thespians here in LA, believe it or not. And overall, this was a fun gig. It was very chill. I popped a little bit of flash for some of the dance photos because I wanted to freeze the action, but overall the stage lighting here was great. And I feel like I got a good variety of photos of the band and the dancers and whatnot. So yeah, this was a fun event. On October 25th, I was at Vibrato with La Verdad, and this was the last gig I had with La Verdad this past week. Vibrato is such a cool spot to go and eat and experience live music because they actually have like a full-fledged stage with really great sound. And again, just like Verse, this place is very aesthetic as fuck, and I love it. And usually during the first set that the La Verdad plays here, everyone's kind of chill, eating their food and everything. But then once the second set starts up and everyone's kind of a little bit more loosey goosey after having a couple drinks, they get up and dance and everything, and it's just a fun time. I get a lot of questions as far as like what lenses I used, so I used the 35, 85, and 70 to 200 to get a good mix of variety. And on October 26th, my final gig for the week, I was at a wedding reception in Riverside. An old friend of mine reached out to me and asked if I could photograph his wedding reception. I said yes. This was a very, 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 very laid back Indian wedding, and it was awesome. Zero stress. The food was amazing. The vibes were great. And overall, like, everyone was just happy, having a good time, dancing the night away. And I couldn't have picked a better gig to end my work week with. And that's the end of my busy week. Well, that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, double tap the dislike button twice. Trust me, it works. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next episode. Hasta luego.